Here is a project management template that allows you to plan out your project and display the progress of your project in a nice graphical, easy to use way. The idea of this tool is to make it easier for you to create a project plan and to track that project plan. It is a free template to download, and I'll give you the details of how to download it at the end of the video. So how to use this template. Firstly, you need to put in your project name. So I am trying to plan out my house decoration, so I'm going to call it house decoration, and today's date is the 13th of May 2016, and I need to think about some of the tasks that I'm planning. So the first thing for any house decoration is about preparation. So I need to do some sanding, I need to do some sugar soaping, and that's probably enough. Let me get rid of that row. And then the next one, high level task, is painting. And let me just plan out my painting. So I'm going to do first coat ceiling, and then I'm going to do first coat walls, and second coat ceiling, second coat walls. Now what you'll notice here is that we've got high level tasks and we've got subtasks below them. So I can have as many subtasks as I like, and if I don't need all of the subtasks that are written down, then I can just delete those rows. If I want to add a new row, then I'll show you how to do that in just a second. So I've done the painting. So let's just say now I want to add another subtask here. So I would right click on the row below, insert, and I'm going to add a subtask called door. So I'm going to need to paint the doors, and I can add in some of the dates for that. So I need to go in and change all of these dates. So let's just do my sanding dates first. Now the first thing you need to just be aware of is that we've got planned dates, baseline dates, and we've got the current plan. And the idea here is that when communicating a plan, it's useful to have a baseline. The baseline is your last agreed upon set of dates that you're working towards, and the current plan is showing what you as the project manager believe is your latest start and end date for each task. So this will show any stakeholders whether you're still working to that agreed baseline plan. So if we're now creating a plan right at the beginning, then our baseline start will be the same as our current plan start, and our baseline end will be the same as our task end date. But as we go through, so let's just put some dates in here. So let's say we start the sanding today, and we plan to finish that let's say tomorrow, and I think we can use those dates for the current plan dates. Okay, and then sugar soaping, let's say. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use a formula to reference the day that I finish the sanding, because I think I can start the sugar soaping on that day. So that's creating a dependency in my plan. Clearly I wouldn't start sugar soaping until I had finished the sanding, so that's good to have that dependency. So I'm going to start that on the 14th, and then that's going to actually take me 3 days. So I'm going to click on that cell and I'm going to say +3. So that's allowing me also to enter in the duration of a particular task. So that's given those dates. Now you'll notice that these have turned green. The reason they've turned green is because I haven't changed my current plan dates yet. So let me just quickly change my current plan dates to be the same as them. I'm actually just copy pasting as values. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want to pull all these formulas through, and also we've got conditional formatting on these cells here which I don't want to be pushing into the current plan. So that's the preparation. In terms of the painting, let's then do the same as what we did before. So after the sugar soaping, I'm going to give myself a couple of days rest. So I'm going to start the first coat 2 days after that. That will then take me 1 day, and then the first coat on the walls will be on the same day, and then we'll put the we'll say that takes another day, and then I think I can actually do the second coat on the ceilings on the same day as I do the walls. So I'm going to say that's the same start date, and that can actually be the same end date. So these two tasks will run in parallel with each other. Second coat on the walls, that needs to be after the first coat on the walls, after that task has finished, and then I'll do it 1 day after that, and then that will take 1 day. So I'm referencing this cell here and I'm adding 1 to it. So you can see here how I'm building up my project plan. Now the door will happen 2 days after the second coat goes on the wall, and it will last 2 days, let's say. So that's my baseline plan. Now what I'm just going to do is going to copy all of that, and I'm going to paste special as a values into that area. So all of those dates are now in my plan. My baseline is the same as my current plan, and I don't think I need these tasks down here, so let me just delete all of these. So I can delete them in various ways. I can right click and go delete. I could clear contents if I want. Maybe I'll just clear contents for now. So okay, now what we notice when we cleared the contents is that all of this has gone red, and the reason it's gone red is because this overall project timeline is now referencing a formula which looks for the maximum value across all of these cells, and that is then comparing it to my current plan, which is got an end date. So the reason that happened was because this is a formula which was created based on all of these rows that we've now got rid of, and then when we copied and paste special, then it took the value which is now not correct. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to copy those values across again. Okay, so that's given us a nice clean plan that we can see how this is going to progress using our Gantt chart on the right. So a few other things just to say. So let's just give an example. So I've baselined my plan. I'm going to double click in there, and I'm just going to give this plan a date of the 13th of May 2016, which is today. So it's clear for everyone that wants to see it when this plan was last baselined. Now let's just for argument's sake say that unfortunately the plan has fallen behind, so my sanding was unable to start today. So I'm going to need to change this date to be the 14th because I'm hoping to start it tomorrow, and I'm hoping to finish it on the 15th. Now the problem with this is that my sugar soaping will not now be able to start on the 14th anymore. It will need to start on the 15th because I know that I can't start that until I start sanding. So I've moved those two tasks, and I still plan to finish the sugar soaping on the 17th. So I think I can make the time up, but it's now highlighted in red that my baseline plan is at risk, and on my plan it's showing areas of red on the Gantt chart on the right where I'm expecting to now overrun and when I'm expecting to start a task late. If I then decided down here that I thought actually that door is only going to take me 1 day, or I've got some helper in that can make me finish it in half the time, then and I reduced that date to the 26th. Now equally the baseline end date has gone green, and on the Gantt it will display it as green. Now you'll notice that there's no Gantt line for this particular task, and the reason is because we inserted this row as a new row earlier. So this Gantt chart is powered by Excel formulas. So what you need to do is you need to just copy the row above all the way to the end, and you need to just drag those formulas down one row. And by doing that, you will then see the Gantt line for that particular row. So that row has now gone green, and that's saying to me that particular day or that task is going to be finished one day early. So that's good. Right, so this column here, primary responsibility, this column is really for you to say which team member or which person is going to do the work. So I'm going to say me, unfortunately me, and the reason I finished this task earlier was because I'm going to get my nephew Josh in to help, and he's really good at doors. So that's the reason that one's finishing early. Okay, now again we haven't got a status in this row, so we'll just copy the line above. So all of the statuses at the moment are not started. We've got various statuses that we can choose here. If I just zoom in using the zoom button in Excel, we can read some of those statuses to say whether the task is on track, not started, on hold, delayed or complete, and that will help to convey a message of how each task is moving forwards. So that is the template in a nutshell. It's relatively simple. It's certainly simple to use. I think it is quite attractive in terms of how you then can report on project progress. It's useful in terms of displaying today, which is the yellow line, so you can see where on the plan you currently are, and the baseline dates with the color coding and additional coding on the Gantt chart help you to see where you're potentially slipping behind your original plan, and makes the plan very transparent for everyone that's reading it. So hopefully you've found this demonstration useful. If you would like to download this particular project planning template, then it's available for download for free from excel-macros.co.uk. You can download it there entirely free, use it for your own purposes, and we've provided it free for you just to try and give something that's useful for people to enjoy and hopefully get value from. So if you have enjoyed the presentation, the demonstration, or you get use from the Excel tool, then please do give a thumbs up to the video, download the tool, add some comments on excel-macros.co.uk, or subscribe to our channels for more videos on free Excel tools. I've enjoyed doing this demo, and hope to see you back here soon. Bye bye.